is the men who have been married for, say, 15 years. They go back into the dating market. There wasn't Instagram. You used in 2006, you should be able to, I know this is going to sound crazy. You used to be able to go to a bar and get a girl's phone number. Yeah. And she wasn't trying to rob you, drug you, or do sex with you. It was crazy. It was 2006. So we're talking like, 19 years ago. You used to be able to do that. Now it's like all the girls that were available have been sucked out of the market because of Instagram, only different things like that. There's 5 different nightclubs every week that are closing down in London because girls are not going out. Same thing's happening in Los Angeles. The nightlife there is absolutely terrible. Here, even in Las Vegas, I've noticed the ratios are getting more and more male-dominated, which is why you have to throw events to try to get girls to come out, because girls don't care about coming to your comp anymore. They don't give a fuck about your dance floor table. They don't care about any of that stuff. And so they become so used to it, and because on Instagram, they're getting offers for so many things. And the other problem with, I'm sure these guys are dealing with, is a girl who might not be that attractive can now use Facetune and FaceApp, make herself look different. Now it's all of a sudden, come fly me to Dubai. And even if she doesn't go to Dubai, she gets that message from French Montana, like, come to my party. What happens is if I ask her on a date, it's whether or not she likes me, it's me versus losing out on an opportunity with French Montana. And so that's why the dating scene has become progressively more degenerate.
Yes, it's like thawing them out of like cryogenic freeze. Yes. Like they've been in a marriage for like 25 years, and they got to come out.
They don't have a clue.
Yeah, just imagine if, like, let's just say the bottom third of men have like no idea when it comes to women, and that's about accurate. The numbers are somewhere in the 20 percentile, haven't had sex in the last year, but even the ones that have, they just don't know what they're doing. Let's say one of those guys, he's dating you, and he's so happy that you're dating him that he doesn't know anything else but to let you lead. Does that make sense? And you become progressively more unattracted to him because he's so up your ass, and he's so obsessed with you because he has no options with women, and you're just like giving a good guy a chance, and you don't know the difference.
I think there's a lack of emotional intelligence and communication barriers that most people are there's a lot of issues in relationships, because if you're not self-aware and these people aren't willing to actually work on the issues, you can address the issues as much as you want, but if they're not willing to take accountability for their own actions and work on, like, whether it's therapy, couples therapy, or just acknowledging
Wes, why do you think it is that we're not socially calibrated anymore? Why do you think that is?
It could be the phones.
But you understand, like, I want you to consider that the species we belong to is 200,000 years old, right? And hominids in general, 2 million years old. And mammals, 178 million years. And this thing just kind of popped up in everyone's hand 20 years ago, and it has changed our lives. We are not adapted for this. We are not adapted to see this many faces, to get this much stimulus as we do every day. And because of that, we are here. And then you're right, we're socially uncalibrated. I was born in 1977. At least I spent the first 23 years of my life without a phone, and so I learned how to speak to other human beings. But what I've seen is, you're right, I have younger family members, and it's very clear they have no comprehension of how to do. Now you get them on Minecraft, or you get them playing GTA, they know how to talk to each other then. But like in their face-to-face, we're seeing that it's getting progressively worse. And men are behind women as far as, we had Richard Reeves on. Men are about 2 years behind women on average as far as development is concerned. That's why I'm saying women have more technology. If you took a man and a woman around the same age, she's just more, because more people approach her, she's just more socially savvy. And women in general are more socially savvy than men. And also men suffer from autism far more than women. That's when I say a technological disadvantage. That's what I mean. It's like, we don't have the technology to keep up with you. We don't understand how to do, and it also, in addition to that, there's all the stimulus that you receive from social media that we can't compete with. Well, if they only worried about money and you don't understand women, you become a target to women. Women very quickly say, this guy doesn't even know how to use his fucking phone. If I was a girl and I was working at Sapphire and a guy didn't know how to use his phone, I am rolling this motherfucker for everything he's got. Are you kidding me? He doesn't even know how to use his phone. It's like, I wasn't on your Cash App. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I wasn't on your swipe up. I wasn't on your Cash App. It's men who only worry about money and don't worry about game become financial targets. The other part is the guy who only works about game and not about money. That's the male stripper who sleeps on someone's couch, or the guy who's a bartender who's been with like hundreds of people and like never starts a business. That's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So
dilemma both directions.
Yeah, it's a dilemma.
It's a dilemma both
you got to do both. You can't just work out your right arm and not your left arm. You got to work out both. You know?
It's like Elon Musk was saying. Listen, a girl's never going to choose a guy with 6 cars over a guy with a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Like, and this is a fact too. In the world, we come into guys my age. I'm almost 49. Yeah. If you have money and you're halfway good looking and you have some game, you're better than all.